Hello everyone, this is Ralph McFall from Dharma Publishing. I want to talk today a little bit about a second volume in our series of Jataka stories for adults. These are teaching stories taught by the Buddha in order to illustrate the workings of karma, cause and effect, and the kind of conduct that one needs to engage in to practice the Bodhisattva path. So the second volume is called Leaves of the Heaven Tree. And the original manuscript was in Sanskrit, written in the 11th century by a master named Ksemendra. And it's 1,300 pages long. It was translated into Tibetan and included in the Tanjur, which is the Tibetan body of literature that translates the Indian commentators. And 1,300 pages is pretty long, so in the 19th century, a Tibetan master named Padma Chophel decided that it would be lovely if more people would read the stories, and so he made an abbreviated version, reducing it to about 1/3 of that size. So that's the text that Dharma Publishing chose to translate into English, and we also located thankas, paintings that illustrate the stories, and we've reproduced those in the text as well. So I can read you one of the 108 stories included in the collection, entitled The Farmer's Pure Offering. Again, the Buddha demonstrates the cause and effect of karma. When the Bhagavan was abiding in Shravasti, a very poor Brahmin named Svastika, a man with no wealth at all, was trying to make a living as a farmer. Though he constantly worked the land, plowing and weeding, the crops would not ripen, and he grew more and more disheartened. One day he saw the Buddha going to beg alms in the city, and he conferred with his wife. Because we are so poor, we are unable to give anything at all to the Buddha. This misfortune must have come from not making offerings in our previous lives. We did not accumulate merit, and this is the result. Our karma is so wretched that we have only rags to wear and the poorest food to eat. This low way of living is like being dead. What is the value in it? If we now offer whatever we have to the Buddha, later we may obtain a little result. And so the Brahmin's wife returned home to cook and prepare whatever edible food they had left. The Buddha, seeing their pure mind, came to their door and was offered the food. So he understood what was happening, and he went to their house to beg. The Brahmin couple made a wishing prayer to be freed from poverty and to obtain wealth. From then on, sheaves of gold grew in their fields, and from the gold they became prosperous. They made wonderful offerings to the victorious one and the assembly, and after listening to the Dharma, they became stream winners, the first level of spiritual accomplishment. Whoever saw their good fortune rejoiced at such merit, inspiring King Prasenajit also to make offerings to the Buddha and the assembly. Seeing the truth, the Brahmin became a monk, and then an arhat. When the monks asked the cause of these occurrences, the Buddha replied, "Long ago, during the time of the Buddha Kasyapa, this Brahmin lived in purity, following the path of celibacy and restraint. Such was his purity that he was honored by Vishnu and other similar gods, and the Buddha, that Buddha Kasyapa, made a prophecy that he would become an arhat in the presence of the Buddha Shakyamuni. When the Buddha finished this teaching, all present in the assembly greatly rejoiced."